Welcome, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Ncopd Live, hosted by yours truly, the one and only D Hicks, hashtag the professional SGL, coming at you live from Beaumont, Texas. So I had to delay the show tonight for a little bit because I had some cleaning. My cleaning crew was over here, so I had to get that rescheduled, and it came on tonight. So I had to get that done. Hey, what's going on, April? Shout out to my public relations advisors checking in. So you all noticed the way I introduced myself on the show tonight, and which is kind of like the thing that I want to talk about here real briefly tonight, and just kind of lay out some things going forward in relation to Ncopd Live. So we all know that the DoD published a policy or a document early this week in relates to social media policy and things like that. So because the way this show is structured, that not only myself but everybody else that's a part of this brand that may post videos here and there, we are aware. I will tell you this: I have fully read the 27 page document, and just like everybody else, there's a lot of questions that we would like to have answered. With that being said, I'm sure that this message is going to get to the individuals or those leaders, those most senior leaders at the Pentagon level, to hear what the TPSGL is about to say. So as of now, when I come on, there's certain things because of what I read in the letter that I would not state until I get clarity and concise information about what I read, because I don't want to take my own perceptions or my interpretation of what the letter may have said. And just like there's other leaders that have reached out to the page, I am aware. I've been told by certain members of the team that those individuals, those leaders have reached out. And yes, Ncopd Live is looking to do something about that. With that being said, my message is to the senior leaders at the Pentagon level. There's a lot of questions. There's a lot of some things on that document was pretty cut and dry. But then there was other things on the document that was left for interpretation that I feel a lot of leaders, not only myself and the team here at Ncopd Live, but other platforms would like to have those questions answered. All we know is what everybody else knows, is that the document was published and it was there for everybody to read for themselves. And before you know it, there's been a lot of questions. Hey, what can I do and what can I not do? So we here at Ncopd Live, myself and my entire team, we want to make sure, and I'm sure with other leaders as well, but I can only speak for this brand. We want to make sure that we are operating within the left and right limits of what the Department of Defense tell us that we can and cannot do in relation to social media, because the way this platform is built, this platform provides a professional service to those leaders or anybody that wants to watch the things that we put out. And which is one of the reasons why I never like to have my guests in uniform, or you all very seldomly see me in uniform when I'm on this brand. Because when I come on and I talk about certain situations in relation to the Army, I don't want to be in my official capacity as far as my rank and my title, my name being shown on my uniform. And as well as my guests, when they come on, I don't want them, or I prefer them not to be in uniform in their official capacity, even though we may be talking official Army business, or it could be unofficial Army business, but we're talking about things to make leaders better leaders in the Army. So I've spoken to the team, and we are extending an invitation to those leaders at the most senior level. Now, I would like to have a conversation with them to understand the policy. I don't know, based on what I read, my interpretation, so I don't want to assume, but based on my interpretation of what I read, I don't even know if we can even bring other guests on the show. So those are questions that we have here at the platform that we would like to know, and I'm sure that there's other leaders out there that have host platforms, may not be exactly like this, but someone in a like manner that would like to know those questions answered or have those questions answered as well. So I'm officially extending an invitation to those leaders at the Pentagon level. And the reason I'm saying at the Pentagon level is because sometimes, I don't know if you've all ever done it, but whenever you went to ALC or whenever you went to school or even at your unit, you tell somebody you do this, it's like this exercise. You tell the first person something and you wait till it gets to the end. And by the time it gets to the end, it's not what you said when you first initially stated the message. So my plea is to the senior leaders at the Pentagon level I would like to hear from you, as I'm sure that there are other individuals that would like to hear from you as well. That way we can get the gist of what this document is telling us that we can and we cannot do. So I'm formally and openly extending an invitation. I want to make sure that this message gets to the right individual, who that individual or individuals may be. But I would like to speak to them off camera. And if we can have a dialogue on camera where everyone else can get their questions asked, I would like to extend that invitation to the leadership at the Pentagon. Like I said, I don't know who that individual is. I would like everybody to start sharing this video, but I would love to have a open, candid conversation with our senior leaders at the Pentagon level to understand what all entail does this document mean for military leaders and just leaders going forward in relation to social media. So I hope that this message gets to them. I think it'll be great to hear from our senior leaders so we can understand what our next move is going forward. But until then, we will continue to conduct Ncopd Live the way we are conducting it now. I know recently we haven't had any of the guests on, but that is starting to come back. But until then, I need to know what I can and cannot do in relation to this platform, because I don't want to violate any type of DoD policies or Army policies and regulatory guidance that may be out there or that may come later on in the foreseeable future. So as of now, as it stands, myself and the team, we will not interview other guests on the show. Right. Tracking. I'm not at liberty to say certain things, but yeah, I'm tracking that as well. I'm tracking that individual as well. But going forward, until we speak to the correct personnel from the Pentagon, myself or other team members that are associated with this brand that often do live videos, we will be careful and methodical about the things that we talk about until we get further guidance. So we will not be interviewing anybody on the show until we get that guidance from the Pentagon. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm waiting with anticipation to hear back from those senior leaders. I'm hoping that within a week or two that we can have this conversation, and then we can go from there and see what's the next move as far as Ncopd Live. But I can say right now, Ncopd Live is here to stay. But we want to make sure that we are on the right side of right and not on the right side of wrong when we do things here at this platform or on this platform. I had another topic I wanted to talk to you all about tonight, but I don't want to distort this. I want this to be the message tonight. So the topic that I did want to talk to y'all about, I will wait until next week to talk to you all about it tonight. So I'm not going to be on that long, but hey, listen, you all know the motto. If you see something wrong and you fail to do something about it, then you have just created a new standard. And at the end of the day, their issue is never with you, but their issue is with the standard. This has been yours truly, the one and only D Hicks, #D Professional SGL, coming at you with a public service announcement. I will see you all next week, hopefully, depending on what the DOD say. Hey, y'all have a good night.